Man, Steven Soderbergh, I like you. We both like you. I think you're a legend. But like,
Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm
Kimi.
Kimmy.
I'm Zoe Kravitz.
I'm the-
Today, we're talking about streaming. This is an episode of Streaming Junkies, and we're talking about the recent HBO Max release, Kimi, starring Zoe Kravitz, directed by Steven Soderbergh. This follows, what does this say? An agoraphobic Seattle tech worker uncovers evidence of a crime. So,
I don't know
Kimi,
what her role is. I'm still confused. Is she like a developer? Is she like a programmer?
she is a
or is she just
what
like
was
a
it?
reviewer?
A problem solver type. I don't know. What was it? She had a name for it. But she essentially goes over like questions on like an Alexa, but it's called a Kimi, over Kimi that like don't get answered not properly, and then she fixes them in like the code and stuff. And then she has one and it hears like something crimey going on, and they talk about it, or she's trying to uncover it, and then the people who are behind the Kimi want to cover it up, and that's how the movie goes.
And it's still confusing.
It's do people like this movie?
Wait, go up. Yeah.
Why?
6.3? That's insulting. I liked Marry Me better than this shit.
Yeah, we'll look at the reviews
I like
later.
Steven Soderbergh, but like, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah, like, so it's parts of this movie, like the direction, I'm like, it's kind of okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like just how the story goes, maybe that's the writer's fault. David Coep.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know. It's just, this movie's a mess because it just, I kind of doesn't make sense. You wrote these movies?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's his fault.
What went wrong with Kimi? Okay, let's just, so we're trying a new thing here. But subscribe before we start it. We're gonna do our reviews first, like our ratings.
Our ratings.
Oh yeah, our ratings. I did that on the last episode too.
Yeah.
Our ratings. But we're gonna give our ratings. We do two ratings: critical and entertainment. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. So we're gonna rate Kimi, and then we're gonna review it and explain why we gave him those ratings. So what do you say? We're gonna mix it up. What do you say for entertainment value first?
For entertainment?
Yeah.
3.
3?
I was so bored.
Yep.
I hated that. We'll talk about it more. But
yeah. Let me look back at some reviews and see.
There's another 3.
Nah, just where I can like put the. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 1. I gave 355 a 2, so this gets a 1 for sure. It's just an absolute mess. And I just was bored. It took me, I think, 3 sittings to watch it all the way through, because and each sitting felt like a different movie. Because it's a mess.
I don't even know if I pay attention to this movie.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I think it was editing and then watching the movie at the same time. So.
And then critical rating. What do you say? 1 to 10?
I don't even know if this deserves 1. I just fucking hated it.
I hated it too.
There was like at least some value to like watching it. Critically, half. That's the first half I've ever given.
A half point?
Half.
Just like 1.5, just half.
Half. Yeah.
1 over 2.
Just half. Yeah.
Okay. 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, okay. Dang. I'll give it a 1.
I feel like that's fair. It's not a 0. It's in between.
I'll give it a 1. I want to give it more, but so I want to talk about. So that's our ratings for the movie, and we're going to talk about it. I want to talk about partially why the entertainment value is so low. Stop putting COVID stuff in your stupid movies.
Oh, I was gonna put that in the criticism stuff.
It's part of the entertainment, because like I understand if you're gonna be a shut-in and scared of it because of this pandemic going on. That's great. I just don't want it in a movie for some reason.
This movie is kind of like a weird PSA in a way, because like the thing is, like, she does it. She's an agoraphobic, but then like, you know, she's trying to avoid and all like COVID and stuff like that. And she literally had like the dude that's like across the street who actually sees people like every day.
Yeah, he's like a lawyer.
Yeah, and so like, what the is the point?
And I get she was like all like cleaning the sheets and stuff afterwards, but I'm like, you still had sex with somebody who sees people a ton of. I don't know. I thought that was really dumb, and I get everyone's like phobia can be different, and she has her limits and stuff, but that's still just I don't get it, and the fact they had it make it COVID just pisses me off. That's not critically speaking. Like you could talk about that topic in a movie and critically it can be fine, but entertainment wise, I'm like, I just don't like it in my movies. Don't put it in there. You can allude to it. You can put some messages about the pandemic in there, but if you just straight say it, I hate it. And that's why it's so low for me.
The thing they did was the kind of critically like went down for me is because like, it reminded me way too much of me being in the Philippines and stuck in an apartment for like 9 months and just sitting there. And that's exactly what I did, except...
But you didn't have a Kimi.
I didn't have a Kimi, so... No, I get it, right? Not interacting with people, you're scared. But like for someone like that, I feel like, well, I guess they have to put the agoraphobia in there so that it makes sense. But like still, it's like, you want to go out. You want a fresh breath air, you know?
Was she an agoraphobic before... COVID, or was it? I don't know. They may have said it. I don't know. Another thing I'm gonna say critically, Zoe Kravitz not your best. I like this puts such a bad taste in my mouth. I'm scared to watch Batman now. I know she's gonna be fine, but like this, like typically when I watch a movie, like I watched They Were Never Really Here before Joker came out. That put a great thing for Joaquin going into that. I was like, great. This is like one of the first times I've watched a movie with an actor with an upcoming movie, and I was like, oh God, I'm worried about it now. I just didn't like her performance. I thought it was weird with like the COVID, like the agoraphobia. It didn't really make sense, like how she was treating it. Also just her character really annoyed me.
Yeah.
I get solving like something like that. It's that plot point is kind of like The Guilty, and I really like The Guilty. But this just, I don't know.
This is very similar to The Woman in the Window, and I absolutely like The Woman in the Window, except this one was more pervy.
I wish what they did was just keep her in her house.
Yeah,
because that was a good that's been a good thing we've seen over the years, kind of like Woman in the Window, or even more specifically like The Guilty, being in one set room. That makes it feel just, I don't know, more cramped and scary, and I think that's what this was going for, but it didn't do it very well. Or maybe they could have gone like the Unsane route and shot it like on an iPhone or something.
Do something innovative.
Yeah, just something different. Because otherwise, I'm like, this is just a stupid PSA about not even the COVID stuff. It's about the stupid Alexa thing. Like, oh, it can hear everything you say.
No, the Alexa was just more of like a plot device.
It was.
And it really sucked.
It did.
I think they could have done so much better if it was more of a chamber film.
Yes.
Like he said. And I think if she didn't have to solve any sort of crime, or like have the fucking company involved,
yeah, well,
it would have been a little bit more interesting.
If she just made it over Skype calls, like
Zoom calls,
yeah, Zoom calls or whatever. It's not Skype. I'm still stuck on Skype. Yeah, is Skype even still a thing?
I think yeah.
But I just thought I thought if you kept it in one place, even if she went like off like she did at the end of the movie, like it against the like bad guys, but that still would have, I don't know. I think the thing that took me out of the movie was when she went to the office and stuff, and I'm like, I get the fact that this is so important to you, it's gonna actually make you face your phobia and go out there, but I don't know, do it another way or something.
If you stay in your apartment long enough, you'll learn karate.
Yeah, and be a badass with a nail gun.
What was that? Like, yeah, I get it with the nail gun, but like, how did she manage to escape? I guess she's a strong, independent woman, so never mind.
I don't know.
Inserted, left the shit right there again.
A little bit.
Yeah. Woke. Man, Steven Soderbergh, I like you. We both like you. I think you're a legend, but like, man,
this ain't it, Chief.
No.
Like, I don't even want to hold it against them. I just feel like this was just a bad mix of maybe everyone, maybe like the director, writer, and Zoe Kravitz, like all together. It just didn't it didn't mesh well, or maybe they had weird shooting things, or
they had different ideas for the movie.
Yeah.
Like Steven Soderbergh probably wanted it to be like staying in one location. But then, producers had to be like, well, you got to make it more exciting.
And that's Warner Bros. For ya.
That would be Warner Bros. Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, that would
that makes sense. So maybe we shouldn't be blaming any of them. It's Warner Bros. Fault. Just like Space Jam. So like right now,
I think that was LeBron James' fault.
Well, right now, this is going to probably be our Space Jam for the year.
Yeah, this is our bar for the lowest.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's see if anybody can go below it. But I don't recommend this to anyone. I saw the trailer for this and it was actually very excited.
Really?
Yep. I saw it on YouTube and I was like, Zoe Kravitz, some like Amazon Echo like crime story. That's going to be cool. And then I watched it and I thought it was a piece of crap.
No, I already hated it when I saw the trailer before. Like, it's like, they have those like reruns of like the trailers. I saw it before and I was like, when she said, "Hey, Kimi," I'm like, no.
Hey, Kimi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was kind of expecting more of a thriller. I mean, it is a thriller, but like more of the aspects of that genre than like it's more of a drama.
Yeah. And I was expecting like an AI kind of thing where she's like talking, like in Her.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of expecting like that.
More advanced than just your typical Echo.
Yeah.
So we just watched the trailer. It's still ass. But that's our review for Kimi. Thank y'all for watching. Don't recommend it. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
Let's watch something else.
That's when. And thank y'all for watching. As always, like if you enjoyed, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We love movies.
Crime, drama, thriller.
We love y'all.
It's definitely not a thriller.
And we'll see y'all in the next one.
You can put thriller on there, but it's not a thriller.